Hey guys, Mark McKillier here with liveanabolic.com, and today I want to give you 3 tips to get ripped at the age of 50. And quite frankly guys, at the age of 40, 60, 70, it doesn't matter. These 3 tips really are critical for us older guys, all right? And stick around, tip number 3 really is the most important thing you need to do to get ripped. All right, number 1 guys, you have to start doing resistance training, okay? Some of y'all out there, I know some people out there in their 50s, 60s, and 70s think, man, this is for young guys. I can't be lifting all that heavy weight. I can't start weightlifting now at my age. I've never done it my entire life. Bullshit. It is actually more important to do resistance training as we get older, okay? And let me tell you why. Guys, when we were young, our bodies just naturally produce more testosterone. And the more testosterone your body makes, the more muscle mass you hold on to, okay? In addition to that, guess what? When you have higher testosterone levels, your body just naturally metabolizes fat so much better, and it uses it for energy better than if you have low testosterone, okay? So, as we get older, guess what? We're not lifting weights, we're not doing any resistance training, our muscles start to atrophy, okay? Our testosterone levels drop, which leads to, holding on to more fat. And guess what? When you lose muscle mass, your bones get weak and brittle, okay? You're not as flexible. Your tendons and ligaments aren't as strong, which means your joints are not as stable and strong. And guess what? You start to lose your balance. You're not as coordinated as you once were. There are just tons and tons of reasons why you need to do resistance training, okay? And one of the best ones for us older guys is it literally increases our body's natural production of testosterone. And I've shot other videos where I talk about all the benefits of testosterone, okay? Not gonna talk about that tonight. You need to check those other videos out. But trust me guys, it's really important. Far more so than when we were in our 20s, okay? And then finally, guys, what's more important than your health? Literally, let's think about this for a minute, okay? So you might be making a lot of money, you might have a successful career, a great family, but if you're unhealthy, you're not going to be around long enough to enjoy all this. Matter of fact, when you are around, like right now watching this video, if you're really out of shape, okay, and if you need to lose a ton of weight, and I tell you, I run across guys, clients of mine all the time that need to lose 50, 60, 70 pounds. That's a lot of weight, guys. So if you're in that category, then you're not going to be able to enjoy life right now like you really should be. So screw it. Stop the excuses, guys. Your health is real important, not just to you, but to your entire family, to all your friends and loved ones, the people who care about you. All right? No more excuses. All right, let's move on to tip number 2. You got to set realistic goals, okay? I work with people around the world, okay, and they want to lose all this weight, and that's usually the number 1 thing, okay? Adding muscle mass is secondary, but trust me, if you lose a lot of fat, okay, and you don't lift weights, you're not going to have any muscle to show off. You're not going to look ripped when you lose all that fat. You're just going to look kind of tired and skinny, all right? So set realistic goals, because if you set obscenely outlandish goals that there's just nobody can get, okay, then you're not gonna be able to get close. You're gonna get discouraged and you're gonna quit, okay? So I think a realistic goal, and it depends on how overweight you are, okay, but I think a very reasonable goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat per month, not per week, all right? So I had some of my clients, they want to lose 10, 15 pounds a month. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy hard. And it's typically easier to lose fat when you're really overweight, okay? And you need to lose a ton. It's easier to lose fat at the beginning, okay? And then the leaner you get, the less fat you have on your body, the harder it becomes to lose that next pound of fat, okay? So, guys, the goal, I think, is 5 pounds a month. That's about a pound to a pound and a half a week, all right? And that's a fantastic goal. And then the other thing is, when you set these goals, guys, I want you to start taking progress pictures. Trust me, if you don't take pictures of yourself along the way, you're not going to realize how far you've come. I make all my clients take pictures, especially that first one. So the trick to this, okay, to the progress pics, you have to pick a well-lit place in your house. Most guys do it in their bathroom because they can take a selfie, in the mirror. And I want you to take your progress pics in the exact same spot every time, with the exact same lighting, okay? Otherwise, you start doing them in different areas with different lighting, it's impossible to compare, okay? So do everything in the same spot, okay? Take your shirt off, no big deal. Get your wife or girlfriend to take it, or just do your own little selfie, all right? Hold the camera in the same position every time too. So it's gonna blow you away, okay? After 2 or 3 months of working out, you see yourself in the mirror every single day. So you don't notice these. The changes are happening so minutely. You just get used to seeing yourself and you can't tell that change, okay? And then you go back and compare it to a picture that you took 3 months ago, and then today's picture, but you're just like, wow, huge difference, okay? So realistic goals, number 2. And then finally, tip number 3. The most important thing you need to do to get ripped at the age of 50, you got to get on top of your nutrition. Everybody, all the professional trainers out there are going to tell you that your nutrition is probably 70 to 75% of what it takes to get ripped, okay? And then exercise is the other 25 to 30%. So guys, nutrition, or put it a more simple way, the food that we put in our mouths, it is one of the few things that we have total control over every single day. All right? Nobody is forcing you to eat something you don't want to eat. There's tons of things in our life that we just can't control. Whether it's our family, sometimes we get cancer. There's terrible things that happen to us. The stock market, we don't have control over our finances all the time. Other things that are happening, at work that you have no control over. But what you put in your mouth every single second of the day is up to you, all right? And it's on you, all right? And the other thing is the nutrition, guys, it really is easy. You just need to learn the basics. I want you to start with the basics. And the first basic is avoid processed sugars, okay? Sugar is terrible for you. I need to shoot a video, or I've already shot a video a long time ago, but I want to reshoot it, where I talk just about sugars and what it does to our blood sugar level, and then our insulin spikes, and then all the negative, consequences of that. So avoid simple sugars, okay? And then avoid these highly processed foods, all right? So just avoiding those 2 things will get you a long way towards meeting your goal, all right? So incredibly important in nutrition. Other thing, and this is part of nutrition, water. And this is something that I don't always remember to do. You have to force yourself to drink more water than you think you need. I would say for most people, you need to drink about 3 quarts of water a day. That's, some people even say drink a gallon a day. I have a friend, or one of my clients actually, who was morbidly obese. He needed to lose 100 pounds, all right? And all he did before he came to me was he just started drinking a gallon of water a day. He lost 20 pounds, doing nothing different. He didn't start exercising. He didn't change the way he was eating. He didn't get on top of his nutrition. All he did was drink a gallon of water a day, and after 3 months, he lost 20 pounds. So water it's critical to stay. You're gonna pee a lot, I understand, okay? It doesn't matter. That is actually great for your body, okay? And then part of the nutrition, and this is the simple stuff, okay? You avoid the sugars, avoid the highly processed foods. You gotta eat at a caloric deficit, all right? Which means at some time or another, you need to track exactly what you're putting in your mouth on a normal or a typical day, all right? Then, you know, if your weight is staying constant and you know what you eat on an average day, then that is your baseline. That's your break-even point as far as calories that you consume versus calories that you expend on a normal average day. Then what I want you to do is reduce that caloric intake by about 500 calories. That's not hard to do. You multiply that by 7 days a week, that's 3,500 calories. Guess how many calories are in 1 pound of fat? 3,500 calories. Isn't that convenient? All right. So you do that, you lose 4 pounds a month. Boom. You're almost all the way there to the goal, the realistic goal of 5 pounds a month, and you've done nothing. No extra exercise, nothing. You've just barely changed what you eat on a daily basis. So guys, 3 fantastic tips on how to get ripped at 50. Hope you like this video. Be sure and you gotta subscribe to this channel, guys, because I'm always coming up with some really cool information for you. Hit that little like button down there, share it with your buddies, post some comments, and as always, guys, always stick with it and never give up on yourself.